Bring up Rocknrollsailor, and I just met him tonight, but I've seen him read before at Rocknroll. He has a great website, Rocknrollsailor.com. He's really into the psychedelic, ecological thing. Has a great YouTube channel. Rocknrollsailor, get up here and give us your shit.
Well, in spite of a lot of other rock and roll attitudes, I do not shit on my audience. And somewhere in this book is a line that says, writing is not wanking and then showing your Kleenex to the world. So, good evening. Right. So I'm going to give you part of my first book. It's a story of both. It's a bit of, well, it's an account that skips between the dawn of man and man right now, because basically, if they look at us 1,000 or 2,000 years from now, they'll be calling us the primitives, and this age the dawn of man anyway. And about halfway through the book itself comes alive and starts talking to the reader. So I'm just gonna ease into a piece of that. Are you still reading in the nude, comfortably with my mind echoing in yours? Mirroring your thoughts and ideas on life and the appetites of death? Or did you pull down the blinds in your mind and put me away, though in that case you wouldn't be here to read this? I'll love you. Thanks for sticking to it. Life, I mean. Thanks for staying alive and proudly be a two-legged. Still wiping our arse so the brown won't stick. Still fearful of the howler's bite. Still rippling with emotion we can't grasp and thus translate into form, words, colors, actions, and attitudes, or precisely the lack thereof. Still just a wondrous, wandering primal brain, a prime mind by now enhanced and stumped by evolutionary routine and leftover habits, like stepping on something you dropped, because the foot remembers being a lower hand, or wanting to hit someone for looking you in the eye, or kicking the dead to see if they'll rise, or falling asleep with your lover still inside you so no other seaman can enter your cove of possible new life. Thank you for being there, you voyeur, you thief of thoughts, you eater of words, devourer of stories. Ravish me, rip me to shreds and strands of storyline, analyze me for your club or book review, or, if I'm doomed to the ranks of compulsory reading, your schoolwork. Yes, coffee, nicotine and chocolate stain me, scream my name and don't make me linger on your coffee table endlessly, claiming you've read me, claiming to know me through and through, and oh, those words so graphic, so inspired, so fucking many, too much, read me tomorrow if you will. You must. That's what I'm here for. Life is for the living and unread books die. Unclaimed love withers, and eventually tomorrow becomes today, and when the bounty of fruits diminished, they, seasonally, periodically went out to forage. And on the way back, through laziness and carelessness, dripped some of the herbs, seeds, roots, and fruits, and found them the next time having sprouted and blossomed closer by, and those that had so plentifully been reaped that some had been left to take root, out of lack of hunger for more of the same. How long would it take before intentional planting and irrigation took hold? How long before an inventor takes his lonely madness seriously and creates? How long for an idea to travel from the fringes of our mind, the dawn of existence, into everywhere's reality and usefulness? How long before this book is read and passed on, shared and reread? These words, like brushstrokes on a painting, keep me up all night, regardless of anything except the need to pee and drink, defecate and eat, smoke and rub my eyes go sore, stretching my leg and scratching my crotch till the canvas is laden and the pain says no more. And you, still cooped up with me, in me, the book? Done any dishes lately? Only thing worse than doing dishes is to not have no dishes to do because there's nobody there and you didn't bother to cook and eat just by yourself, for yourself. Loneliness is such a sweet, deadly routine, such a numbing drug taking you to places where no one can hurt you, see you, influence you, do you, good, bad or worse. because there ain't nobody there. Places where you don't have to fear your reactions, your laughter, and the need to punch something. Places of no commitment or entanglement except with yourself, and you talk to no one but yourself, have sex with no one but yourself, and you balance your thoughts on new contacts, conversations, conveniences, and commitments, most always in favor of a better not. I think I can see where this is going already. But you can't, and we never will. And thank fuck for that, because it's the only thing that keeps us sane is the unknown. You keep in check since you don't know what's going to happen, never know when opportunities will arise. Always wear clean underwear, except if you're a free baller like me. Always wear clean underwear, because you never know when an accident will land you in hospital or jail or someone else's bed. The unknown keeping us in line with the creation of a new tomorrow, which then becomes known and sooner past. And we usually pile that unknown tomorrow full of known routines as fast and sturdiously as possible, and the more we do that, the more it takes actions such as accidents, heavy coincidence, truckloads of luck, death, our known lives going utterly down the drain or exploding in our faces for us to come to terms with and face that ominous, terrible, liberating, feared and longed for unknown. That natural state in which our ever-expanding, ever-evolving prime being still and always lives. Being alone deprives us of ourselves just as much as others, as it allows not for those facets of us how we be with them. Unknown strangers, mates, friends, lovers, the one, children, family, co-workers, bosses, subordinates, and neither for how we become, how contact changes us for better or for worse, or just different. How us changes you and me and them, they all, the they that we might be a part of, or without being diminished to being just a part of, but rather creating something beyond ourselves, beyond today, beyond what we know when we are so many now, that running through a prime forest of standards has become running through a crowd of people. So mildly advanced that floating on a tree has become sailing or speedboating or taking a cruise or working on a cargo ship. The fruits we pick are on a store shelf and we pay to show we took effort of partaking in the community and got rewarded in pay. The wads of nesting that we used to wipe our arses became a 1,000 choice variety of toilet paper that we still use to wipe our arses so the brown won't stick. And chewing gum like leaves, we chew and spit to give those molars some accent, and us the feeling of biting through life every chance we get. Yeah, us the righteous, us the we, not they. And we seclude, extrude, include the exclusivity of who we are and become lonely and select. Is it natural selection? If he'd landed on a stormy night, all day might have looked like fearful mud monsters. His float a dragon from the deep, and him scary keeper, maniac, devil or god, shaman, druid or sorcerer, or just a lonely shipwrecked hero, straight out of the movies, waiting to be nursed back to health by the local bell, and then to fight off the evil that threatens her tribe and family, as they always do, because it always does in the movies. And in the movies, the good guy walks into a bar, never out of money, never furtively scanning the menu for something that he can afford and is worth it, never without people making way at the counter, never without some chick or gal giving him the eye, ass, or tits, never without some guy shouting, "Cut, let's do that again, only more natural this time, like you mean it." Walking into a bar, mean it, meet and it. Don't go home with your heart on. I am home, aboard, with my heart on staring at me. Somehow strange how saying I have a dick is a normal though somewhat superfluous remark, which at most will get you some giggles, stares, and a good for you, old chap. Whereas I am a dick is plain self-derogatory. Couples fighting, you dick, you cunt, you asshole. Just fucking get it the fuck over with, will you? For fuck's sakes, you pair of fucking assholes. The genital retards, go and eat each other's cum and rinse it down with a cappuccino. For crying out loud, let's just laugh out loud, right? Let's giggle together, and when they ask, just say, life is fun. And so is this book. And so are you. And then pull down his pants and give him head. While you're reading this on the subway, right. You don't know the guy, he was just trying for conversation while I knew up. Okay, never mind, just, let's just giggle together and laugh out loud like they did. Living between the fruit trees and berry bushes and fucking their prime brains out and shitting and wiping their arses so the brown won't stick because the mud don't do the trick. Imagine that first ever ripple of laughter tearing through the air, like the giggly monkey, the chittering birds, the joyously barking wild dogs, the snickering rodents, the purring cats, but different. People joy. Two-legged laughter. The till all join in, slapping, thighs rolling around and urinating, defecating with thunderous laughter over the sound of a fart, kneeling over and crying hot tears of humorous pain and ultimately mounting each other to fuck the cramps away. That first ripple of laughter, you can still hear it everywhere, all day and night long. So loud it will pierce your heads, hearts and abdomens, a sonic attack of primal laughter, the sound of the birth of civilization, forever ringing in the ears of our prime, ever-evolving brain, and echoed in our bars, slapsticks, stand-up, comedians, sleazy cabaret jokers, over the cracking and terrible jokes the internet is rife with, in our babies' giggles and our demented old folks' eyes, uncomprehending laughter rocking the universe. Earth, the laughing planet on its tilted axis, as it bent over double by the greatest of jokes. Being. Simply being. And the joke's on me, you, him, her, they, us, everybody. We are the laughing joke, the cast and audience, applauding ourselves. No time for booing. They, as you, all did their best and worst, and give them another hand of applause for being there, another round of liquor or tea because we're here, another slice of life because it just came out of the oven. That baked clay womb of fire, that furnace of death, giving life. Like lightning bolts gave us our first roast ducks, and boy, it was good once you got past those singed feathers. Just give us a laugh, a joke, fall down the stairs slightly unharmed but ever so silly. Really silly, like you mean it, naturally. Thanks.
To mention he's got a gig here next week. It's next Thursday, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, next Thursday he's going to be doing a whole night of spoken word and music on his lonesome. So you want more of that? Come back to DOKHUIS next Thursday, huh?